Hi, I'm Jude, and you probably shouldn't be watching this video. I am a beginner when it comes to YouTube videos. I'm doing this as a creative outlet, and I'm not even sure I should be doing it. I don't have a camera, I have an iPhone. I literally cannot see myself right now in a monitor, and I don't know how to edit videos. So, disclaimer, this will not be good. Keep that in mind. Anyway, the theme of my video today is July BoxyCharm unboxing and try on. I've had this for 3 hours and I haven't opened it, so be proud. Let's open it now. So I've said this before in my previous videos, which I've already deleted, don't go looking, that BoxyCharm is my favorite, well, it's my favorite subscription box, but I love it more than anything that I do on the internet. It brings me so much joy to open every box each month. So here's our little info card for July road trip, and it's got an itemized list of everything that's inside. So let's take them out one by one. The first item is a vitamin C mask from the brand Pharmacy with an F. I've never heard of it. The description says that this retails for $38 and it is a vitamin C clay mask that turns from purple to green while improving your skin's brightness, texture, and tone. That sounds fun. I don't think I'll try it for this video. I just want to do makeup, but I love masks. My favorite mask ever is actually the Sephora mud mask for $20. Don't sleep on that. I'm sure I will enjoy this. I really like mud masks. Here's our first makeup product. It's a compact blusher from the brand Note Cosmetics. Again, a brand I've never heard of. The shade is called Desert Rose. Here's what it looks like. This product retails for $12 and it adds a natural color to your cheeks while preventing dryness with its argan oil infused formula. Here's our next product. It's mascara. I've gotten a lot of mascara from BoxyCharm and I ain't mad about it. This is by the brand Wonder Beauty. I think I've heard of them. Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. Can definitely see the curling aspect of the wand there. This retails for $24. All right, this is very interesting. This is Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream by Chela Cosmetics. Never heard of them. Retails for $26 apparently. Okay, every brow product that I've gotten from BoxyCharm has never been the right shade for me. And I'm looking down in here and actually it doesn't look too bad. As you can probably see, my hair is very dark and also very cool. So I find that when I get universal brow shade products, they're often either too warm or too light. My ride or die is the Benefit Brow. This is the kind of shade I need. We'll see if this Chela brow tint eyebrow cream is a good shade match. Oh my gosh, this is the Piece de Resistance, or however you pronounce that. Crown Brush Eyeshadow Palette. This is called the Fuego Eyeshadow Collection. We've got some pretty standard warm tones in here, and when I've been seeing the pictures online, I was like, boring, not excited. But I'm telling you, in person, this does excite me. I love this color story. It's beautiful. If the quality of the shadows is good, I can see myself using this really often. So this says it retails for $30. Here are swatches of the Crown Brush palette. Once again, I cannot really see what I'm filming. I can tell that I'm in the frame, but not much detail. So I hope you can see all these well. There were a couple of different textures going on here as I swatched. The shimmers, as they got darker, got chunkier. I think that's normal. The mattes, the light ones, felt really lightweight, and that's about all I have to say about that. And the dark ones were like thick and plush. I don't know if that's in a good way. We'll find out when we go to put them on the eyes, but my favorite color of the swatches is this one. This one is a duochrome. It's pink with gold reflect, so you better believe this is going on my lid. Now that we know what products I'm gonna be working with, it's time to start the look. What I always like to start with on my face is brows. I like to start with the J1 Jelly Pack. I don't love it as a face primer, but I have found that I do love it for brows. It's really sticky. Can you see how the brows are like glued practically? I don't know why I like this, but I do. Now this is an interesting little product. This is the bottom that has the tint in it that screws off of the brush, and this is the cap of the brush. Fascinating. Definitely a travel friendly product. So I'm gonna tap the brush in. I'm just gonna swipe it on my hand to make sure I'm getting something. I am getting something. Okay, skeptical over here with my dark hair. Let's begin. That is probably all the product I need. The color is not bad. It's not as dark as I usually use. It's a little bit warm, but it actually looks pretty good. And now I'm gonna clean up with concealer and do the other brow off camera. I'm back with brows. I think this is a good product, this Chela eyebrow cream. I really like the cream itself. Compared to the Benefit Curl Brow, this is less dry and it glides on smoothly. So it's really easy and quick to apply. If I had to change one thing about it, it would be the brush. This is just a lot bigger and less precise than the Benefit one that I'm used to. I think you could see the difference there. And I like a small brush so I can do very detailed application. So if I had to change one thing, it would be that. Perhaps this would be good for an eyebrow beginner. I'm intermediate, so. The next step I like to do after brows is eyeshadow. So I'm going to prime with Shape Tape. I'm not setting it with powder because that was so 2017 and the new trend is to not set your eyeshadow base. So we are gonna jump straight into the colors. For my first transition shade, the obvious choice, I feel, is this second shade right here, the light beigey brown. These don't have shade names, so I'm dipping in with a Morphe R37 and we are gonna wash the crease. This is one of those lightweight mattes from the palette. When I'm putting it on my eye, it feels the same way. It does feel like it's blending very easily. The coverage looks even. I don't see anything bad happening, and it's fine. It's like, you know, nothing exciting yet. This is a very light wash of color. This is my second layer now, and it's such a subtle shade. Okay, since this shade is so fair, I'm just gonna mix in a bit of the one underneath it and get a little more going on here. This still doesn't look like much in my mirror. I cannot see my monitor. I cannot see what's on camera. And in my up close magnifying mirror right here, it's a pretty color. It's not very deep, but you know what? That's good for a first transition shade. I'm gonna go in with our next shade now. This is a crease brush from the brand Moda. This came in BoxyCharm, love it. For the next transition shade, I'm gonna take this bottom center matte right here. This is one of the ones that was chunky when I swatched it. Wow, picked up so much. Okay, this shade is not as pigmented, not as dark as I expected it to be. The color's beautiful, and it blended with the first two shades amazingly. I really like how that is looking. It's simply not as dark as I expected it to be, but that's okay. Now it's time for that awesome shimmer shade on the lid. I'm not gonna cut my crease with concealer because I'm too lazy, but I will simply take a Morphe M224 flat brush, spray it with Fix Plus, and dip right into that shimmer shade. Gorgeous, it looks really pretty. Okay, this shade is just as beautiful as I expected it would be. I love the pink and the gold. I wouldn't call it rose gold because in my mind, rose gold is one color, and in this, the pink and the gold are separate. They're mixed, but they're separate. I see pink bits and I see gold bits. So yes, I'm loving this, and I shall do the other eye now. I'm gonna add another shimmer shade next to that, and I'm gonna use this one all the way on the end of the first row. I do wish these shades had names. I love shade names. Anyway, this is like a light coppery shade. It's cute. Those were easy to apply and they're vibrant and gorgeous. I love the formula. Great. Nothing bad to say about those. For the outer corner, I'm going to use the darkest matte, which is this one. I'm using a Morphe E18 large pencil brush. Maybe I'm not gonna use that. Oh my gosh. I'm not pleased with the pigmentation that's coming out on my eye right now. And I went to brush my pencil brush off on paper towel and like so much pigment came off. Yeah, these mattes are not treating me the way I want to on my eyes. I'm gonna switch to this brush, which probably came in BoxyCharm. Let's see if that gives me better results. Look, I am not happy with that. I'm gonna grab a similar shade from another palette and see if I get better results with a different shadow. Okay, here I have the Morphe 25B palette, and this shade, when I hold them next to each other, it looks to be practically the exact same. So I'm gonna try this shade from the Morphe 25B on my other eye. The answer, I think, is yes. I put on 2 layers on both eyes, and I do not trust the camera to show you my experience with them, but I felt that the Morphe applied more opaque and more quickly and more easily than the Crown. So we don't like that, but I'm gonna work this Morphe shade into the crease. I'll stick with the Crown for this eye, and I'll stick with the Morphe for this eye and see if we can determine more. Right, first of all, I apologize for my severe facial asymmetry. This is the best I can do as far as shapes. To me, the Morphe looks a little bit darker. Not massively, but a little bit. I swear to you, in the pan, they look the same. They're like identical. Like I found a match. I found a dupe. So I enjoyed the Morphe more. In fact, I would like this look even darker. So I'm gonna take my E18 again and just go in with a darker shade from the Morphe to finish this up. That's the upper eyeshadow done. So I'm gonna put on foundation and concealer and then come back to do the lower lash line. Foundation and concealer are on. While I've got this little bit of a bake going on, I'm gonna try and do the lower lash line, and I hope that the matte shadows behave. So I'm starting with the darkest shade from the palette on a Morphe M149. This is a little bit dusty. It's doing the job. Next, I'm gonna take this random drugstore smudger brush and go into this shade from the bottom row. This was like the second transition shade, and use that to blend out what I just did. I think this wasn't the best brush for the job. I didn't really get like a blown out smoky effect with that. So I'm just gonna take my very first transition shade, the light one, on a Morphe M506. This is the smallest little fluffy brush. It's a life changer. I love this for the lower lash line. It saves me every time. M506 from Morphe, and really actually smoking this out this time. Yeah, that looks good. So the eyeshadow is really done now, and I am happy with it. It looks cute. I'm a little disappointed that that shade is the darkest one in the Crown palette. I did deepen it up with a darker shade from Morphe to achieve this color. So in my opinion, this doesn't go deep enough. I am going to put on false lashes this evening because one, it's YouTube and we have to wear lashes. And two, I just want practice with applying them. It's really challenging, but I am going to see how much lash we can get with this new mascara before we put those on. Here goes. Okay, I just worked really hard to put on that coat of mascara. I have challenging lashes. This is not exciting mascara. I have nothing great to say about it. I'm looking around at my stash and I see several mascaras that I prefer to it, including Maybelline The Falsies, which is probably around $9 from the drugstore. Here they are side by side. This is the mascara that came to mind when I was using Wander Beauty, and I'm gonna do my other eye with the Maybelline and compare. So now my left eye is done with Maybelline The Falsies and my right eye done with the BoxyCharm Wander Beauty mascara. They are roughly the same, and this is half the price. I think less than half the price. So I really can't say that I'm loving this product. Hi again. I put on some lashes. I'm not good at lashes. When will I be good at lashes? My problem isn't so much the putting them on and getting them to stick, but rather A, knowing how much to cut off, and then B, knowing where to place them. These lashes are the Allure X Nicole Guerriero. They're okay, they're okay. I'm adding the Wander Beauty to the lower lash line. And to finish the eyes completely, I'm gonna take the lightest shade in the Crown palette, this one right here, and use it to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. Cute. Not blinding, which I usually love a blinding highlight, but I love the shade. It's really pretty. Before we use our new blush, I'm gonna pop on some Hoola bronzer. I'm also gonna put on a spot of contour with this e.l.f. bronzer palette using a Morphe R10. Now it's time for the blush. This is Note Cosmetics. I think this will be cute, and I'm using a Sephora angled blush brush. Oh my God. Wow. As you can see, the pigmentation is extreme. So I foolishly did not tap off my brush before just going into my face. And there's like a bit of kickback here. So wow, this is a powerful blush, and I certainly don't need any more. So we're putting that away and we're sponging over that. Now that we're sponged, I think that looks acceptable. It's a cute color. I would definitely use it again. I would just tap my brush off next time. We are wrapping things up now. All that's left is highlight and lips. So for highlight, I practically don't use anything other than this. This is the BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight Palette. It was $10 and the pans are humongous and the highlight is blinding. So I would recommend this to anyone. For lips, I'm gonna go in with this unmarked Smashbox. For setting spray, I just thought I'd mention it because it's also from BoxyCharm. This is Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. So, nobody, because nobody will watch this, here's the final look. I like it, I really do. Even the lashes are growing on me. Let me quickly review the products that I used from BoxyCharm this month. First was the Chela Eyebrow Cream in a cute little travel package. And I want to say that while I was washing off my hand and my swatches, that the tiny little swatch I made of this at the beginning of my video was hard to scrub off. And that's a good thing for brow products because it's going to stay on all day. You know what? It's a great shade. Honestly, my brow color it's not what I'm used to, but it looks good. I will use this again. I wish it had a smaller brush, but I do like this product. The mascara, unfortunately, was nothing exciting. The blush, I like it. I think this shade looks really nice on me, and I also think it complements the eyeshadow well. BoxyCharm, it's evident that they consider the shades of the products that they're sending you and that they look good together. So I really appreciate that. The last item that I tried today was the Fuego palette. Mixed bag, you guys, mixed bag. Like I said earlier, I feel like the shades don't go deep enough. The shimmers, I love. The mattes, I'm like, I don't know. I will use this again though. It's not a deal breaker, but it didn't blow me away. There you have it. That was my July BoxyCharm experience. See you next month.